Hey guys, it's WBR coming at you. So Raw was last night, and Shane McMahon made a surprise appearance at the beginning of Raw.
Thank God Shane is back.
He is back. Dude, that was unbelievable.
Unbelievable return on some very, very lackluster Raws / pay-per-views as of late.
I was just surprised. You think he was going to come?
I had a feeling like they were going to bring something out because of how poor Fastlane was. But I didn't know they were going to pull the Shane card.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got plenty more to say about that, but we're going to have to go to the Fastlane first, touch base on that.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, but we're definitely going to get back to Shane. Stay tuned, guys. Don't worry about it. We have a lot to say about that. But for Fastlane, what happened was the main event was the triple threat match. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns.
Yep.
The result, Roman Reigns wins. He's going on to WrestleMania to main event back-to-back years for the WrestleMania. What do you think about that?
Well, what's the point of this pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Nothing changed. The status quo is completely the same. No titles changed hands. Everybody and their mothers knew that Roman Reigns was gonna win. No heel turns. What was the point of Fastlane?
Yeah.
Very, very disappointed.
I have to completely agree. The one thing is, I had a lot of ideas of what could happen, right? The Wyatt family interfering. I thought that was a sure thing.
Yeah.
I thought 100% they're going to interfere, get rid of Brock Lesnar, which would set up a WrestleMania match with him, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. But I was also considering the fact that Roman Reigns becomes a Paul Heyman guy. At that moment, he dirtbags all of them. Paul Heyman's, let's say...
No, they're not going to make Roman...
No, but
that's a good idea, but they're not gonna.
What I was thinking was Paul Heyman dirtbags Brock Lesnar because he realizes Roman Reigns to the next big thing, and the company loves him. So then he dirtbags Brock Lesnar. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe set up a match for them, and who knows, Dean Ambrose win, but.
Or yeah, maybe a Dean Ambrose heel turn.
Yeah,
any of those would have been better than the result.
Or Bray Wyatt coming in, right? So what I'm saying with this pay-per-view was that this was absolutely the last circumstance I wanted to happen. Roman Reigns just wins. He flat out wins.
He wins clean. It was like the worst circumstance that everybody knew was going to happen.
And was afraid of.
Yeah, but this match was pretty much a one-on-one match. Brock was just chilling on the side of the ring for like half the duration of the match. He just gets sent through two tables. Then Dean and Roman fight for a while. It's like, okay.
It's just so predictable. They're not going to make Brock Lesnar get pinned by Roman Reigns, right? It'll make him look too weak, so they make him pin Dean Ambrose, and therefore Brock Lesnar loses in a triple threat match. So
Yeah, but did you hear how badly the crowd was booing?
Oh, yeah.
Anytime Roman Reigns did anything when he had his entrance, it's not just the hardcore fans who want a good storyline. It's the full mainstream universe. They don't want Roman Reigns to be the next guy.
Yeah, because his
I don't
talent,
understand why WWE can't see this.
They don't see how lackluster his performance is, his charisma.
The only thing he has going for him is his physical look.
Yeah.
That's usually how the champions of WWE past typically look like. But it's
you need more than that, especially nowadays. People aren't the crowd isn't as dumb as they used to be.
Everybody's way more wrestling savvy.
Yeah, they're on Twitter. Everyone knows about certain storylines, what's going on behind the scenes, Instagram and everything. You can't just have a guy who just looks like he looks good as a champion. You gotta do everything. But as for Fastlane, that's pretty much what happened. The outcome is all that mattered. The rest of the pay-per-views, whatever.
It's whatever. No titles changed hands. There was solid wrestling, but who cares? Nothing progressed.
Yeah, because the progression on the storyline, I feel like that's the most important thing nowadays. It used to be more about the actual matches.
Mm-hmm. So they put on solid matches, but nothing happened.
Exactly. So the following night, which is the real pay-per-view, the real main event. Shane McMahon makes a surprise appearance on Monday Night Raw and just completely flipped the whole switch on the WWE. Raw was unbelievable. It hasn't had an entrance like that in such a long time.
It hasn't had a reaction like that.
Yeah, the crowd wouldn't even let him talk. For 5 minutes. They kept chanting, all this. And, he started off a little bit nervous with his words, but then he just picked it up and got extremely back into form.
He shook off the rust in a second, right?
He did, because right away you kind of noticed that Stephanie McMahon is a little bit more seasoned as of late.
Well, yeah, because she's had the last 4 or 5 years, practicing her craft, perfecting her craft.
Yeah, and he just executed it well. After it all, basically it set up a WrestleMania match, Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. What do you think about this? With the implications, if he wins, he takes over Monday Night Raw.
It's pretty cool, but like it doesn't make too much sense. It's just I think they had a different idea for who Undertaker was gonna go. You know, he was gonna wrestle in WrestleMania, but as everybody knows, like half the roster's injured and a lot of storylines changed on the fly because of that. So I think they were kind of holding on to this Shane card, and then they're like, okay, we don't have any choices. It's like we gotta go with this one. So they're kind of trying to like, you know, like the initial pop aside, they're trying to think of a creative way to be like, yeah, this is why this match is going on, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
That being said, you know, we're kind of done with the whole Undertaker thing. Like, he's a legend, he's gonna retire, so sure.
So you could like see him lose type of thing? It's not as big of a deal as it used to be.
Yeah, well, he like the big one is already gone. He already lost once.
Yeah.
But I mean, this WrestleMania win or lose doesn't really matter anymore, does it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So with that being said, there's two things for me that could happen here. One of them is he goes into WrestleMania, Undertaker just destroys him, Shane McMahon loses, right? But it got the crowd hyped. It made people tune into WrestleMania, which will increase the overall ratings, right? That's one thing that I think could happen. The next one is that the Undertaker lets Shane McMahon win because he doesn't like what the WWE is doing. That'll be part of the storyline. He doesn't like how they're running the company, and then he makes himself lose on purpose, which will make Vince McMahon obviously super angry. And then Shane will take over Raw and give it a new kind of feel to it.
Kind of flair, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the two things I am expecting. Because not to only that, we have to remember that it's in a Hell in a Cell match. The interference and all that, it's not really a factor in a sense. So there has to be some sort of real outcome. And to me, I'm leaning towards Undertaker lets him win.
But I think the question is Shane ready to come back as a full-time WWE guy? Because he left for a long time. He had his own other business ventures in real life. So it's like, unless those businesses are doing so well that he doesn't really need to look over it anymore, or they like failed horribly, and he needs to come back. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm not sure of, right?
Yeah, me neither, because it definitely could just be this one-time thing. Like, look how hyped the crowd was, and everybody's anticipating WrestleMania just for that one match now. Mm-hmm. Like, let alone the main event and all the other matches.
It seems like a big waste of potential, though.
Yeah.
If it is just a one-time thing.
They could, let's say it's a one-time thing, but then, no, not a one-time thing, but after a few months, they bring him back after.
Or it could be like, oh, you know, he loses WrestleMania, but then he still tries to take over Raw.
Yeah.
Like
he brings his lawyers or something.
Yeah, something like that, and like in the weeks coming, and then eventually he takes over, and they might do the split like the good old days.
Yeah, something like that. But as for the beginning of Raw, unbelievable. I actually calculated it, or I looked at the timer. It went 30 minutes and 46 seconds straight with no commercials. Like, that was the beginning of Raw. I haven't seen something like this in so long.
Yeah, but WWE is smart, though. They did this on purpose. Mm-hmm. Knowing how poor Fastlane was, they wanted, you know, to distract us from, you know, just being, oh, man, we did. Because how bad would the Raw be if it's like, you know...
It starts off with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns comes, he's like, yeah, I did it, guys. The crowd's going to be, like, booing him, and then it's going to be, like, 40 minutes of just, like, I don't want to watch this.
That would be awful.
But this got everybody's mind off of how bad Fastlane was.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh my, this might be a really good Raw.
Yeah. Because what happened was on on Twitter, everybody was flaming Roman Reigns, right?
Right.
So you're right. On to your point, it's good that they started off like this. People forgot about the outcome, so they weren't as angry at the beginning of Raw, which kind of gave Roman Reigns a little bit of a chance in terms of the crowd's sake.
This is like a get out of jail free card, you know? It's like the bar reached critical mass. Like, oh, the creatives are all sweating. They're like, okay, and then they just put the Shane card.
Yeah, that's true.
We saved it for this long. We need to use it now. Ratings are all-time low.
They are.
Twitter is blowing up. Just send out Shane.
Yeah, we'll get more. We'll talk more about Roman Reigns in a little bit, though. Because right now, let's get into the WrestleMania matches. So the first one that was announced, besides the Triple H main event, right? It's Shane versus Undertaker. But not only that, we have Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar, right? That got set up from kind of like the beginning of Raw, and then it segued into the middle. So they're gonna have a no-holds-barred street fight at WrestleMania. How do you like that, and what do you think the outcome is leaning towards right now?
Doesn't make any sense. Once again, I don't know. A lot of things aren't adding up. It's like cool that they're feuding, but Arguably, they're both baby faces, so who's the crowd gonna cheer for? They want both of them to win.
Does this mean there's a heel turn?
But you saying like leading up to WrestleMania, there's gonna be a heel turn or what? Because it's like as it stands, it's like they don't gain anything from this feud.
Yeah.
One of them loses, it's like then half the crowd is unhappy and half the crowd is happy. What's the point?
But maybe this is the perfect time for Paul Heyman to dirtbag Brock Lesnar and join Dean Ambrose. Because this Paul Heyman thing, it's got to be happening sooner than we think. And I think it is. I think this could be the time. Because I thought it was going to be at Fastlane.
Yeah.
But boy, did they screw that up.
So where does that leave Brock, though?
That's the thing. He'll be like his own guy.
Because he's a part-timer? He's just like, okay, I'm done with this.
Maybe he'll take a break or whatever. He'll do his own thing.
But then they spent like 9 months building him as a part-timer who's just vicious and takes everybody out.
Maybe he'll take like
a few months off. He goes on a huge losing streak, then he has no credibility when he comes back.
What'll happen is Paul Heyman dirtbags him and he loses because of some...
but like he's already lost the last 2 pay-per-views. He
never got pinned though.
Yeah, sure, he never got pinned, but like he's already looking substantially weaker than the build-up.
Because if he were to lose this WrestleMania, he has to get pinned. You know what I mean? So if he's gonna lose, he has to. And the only way I can see it happening, something happens, there's no disqualification. So someone comes in, they beat him up, the Wyatt family comes, beat him up, Paul Heyman switches over to Dean, and then Dean becomes a bad guy. Brock Lesnar goes on a 3-month hiatus. He comes back with someone else as his manager.
Paul Bearer.
I was thinking, what's the guy's name? The John Laurinaitis.
Oh yeah.
If John Laurinaitis comes back and he's Brock Lesnar's manager, that would be entertaining. The crowd would be booing them so badly, but you could get a great response.
Yeah, but is that the proper heel turn for Dean though?
Oh yeah, that would make Brock have a. That would be a heel turn as well, though. It'd be because he would.
It would be kind of like a double heel turn, but is giving Dean an advocate the way, because it goes so against his character. Like, why would he take orders from Paul when he's supposed to be, loose cannon, blah blah blah, doesn't care,
And one more thing I want to mention is Seth Rollins. I'm not gonna count out him showing up at WrestleMania whatsoever because as of right now he hasn't been uploading anything to Instagram and he always uploads things. I think him along with the WWE, they're making it clear that he shouldn't post anything, make everybody forget about him. But I'm not forgetting about him whatsoever. I think he could easily show up at WrestleMania.
So what are you hinting? Say Triple H and Roman Reigns, they have their match.
Yeah.
Nice long match. Roman Reigns prevails.
Yeah.
No contract this year, but Seth comes out, beats up Roman Reigns, and steals WrestleMania once again. Saying how he's coming back for his belt.
Yeah,
that'd be a good ending.
What I was thinking is going to happen, similar but not quite what I think. He comes in the middle of the main event, he causes Triple H to lose, and then beats up Triple H, not Roman Reigns, which will set up a Triple H versus Seth Rollins feud, but that'll make Seth Rollins become a babyface. And I think when he comes back, that's what they're leaning towards.
Yeah, but then
which would set up a heel turn for Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose, or one of the two. That's what I think is possible to happen. That's my early prediction on the main event. I don't think they're gonna just let it be clean.
I think what I was saying is more likely. Mm-hmm. Yours is more interesting. It's it's more spicy, if you will, but mine is cookie cutter, nice and clean. Okay. So after a nice 25-minute match, Roman Reigns finally prevails. He gets his WrestleMania moment. Then you hear Seth's music. He comes and he takes him out. Gives him 5 pedigrees or whatever.
And that'll set up
holds the belt, on the turnbuckle, and he says, he's back. He wants his belt back. Then I guess it would be more of the same with the Authority and what have you. Yeah. Their top guy's back. He's best for business. Then instantly he becomes number 1 contender. And, then they have that feud.
Because another thing that the WWE really likes to do, and it's important, is the following Raw and after WrestleMania is extremely important, and they treat it as if it's almost its own pay-per-view. So you're right. If Seth Rollins does do that, everyone is going to be anticipating the beginning of Raw for the following day, and it's most likely going to be Seth Rollins who starts it off, which will get the crowd completely hyped. Twitter is going to blow up. So that could be definitely a thing, and they like to do those cookie cutter moves.
So what are the chances John Cena comes back for WrestleMania? Don't forget, there's another massive star.
I'm gonna say not as high as Seth Rollins, because John Cena's still kind of in the spotlight. He's on Instagram a little bit. Nikki Bella takes photos and stuff with him.
Yeah.
But Seth
he's in
Rollins
that
is like
Total
completely...
Divas thing,
Yeah, he's on Total Divas and everything.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is literally not existent.
But is it
on
enough
social
time,
media.
though? He had quite a serious injury.
Yeah, that's true. He had a super serious injury.
MCL,
I'm not sure.
LCL,
It depends.
everything, ACL.
Depends how much steroids he's been taking, to cure it up. Like Peyton Manning,
Oh.
That's another topic. And I did want Peyton Manning to win, though. Denver Broncos, that's something else. But we got to get into...
Okay, so it's like that.
Yeah, we got to get into the main event, though, of Raw, actually. So, Roman Reigns beats Sheamus, whatever. No one cares.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and then Triple H comes out. He's wearing not a suit. He's wearing a little bit more of like his kind of wrestling / casual gear.
He's like jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, and he has his hands taped up. He's got his like new shirt on, I think.
Oh yeah.
Probably
get that
available.
at the WWE store, guys.
Yeah, so
it's a decent shirt, I guess.
Yeah, and then what happens is Roman Reigns beats up. Or sorry, what am I talking about? Triple H beats up Roman Reigns to a bloody pulp.
Right.
And then he pedigrees him onto the steel steps.
Yeah.
Cutting him completely open, and then basically Raw ends like that with all the officials in there, the paramedics or whatever.
Right.
So what do you think about that finish here?
Well, the rumors was they told Roman Reigns to do the blading stuff.
Yeah.
To get the the blood works, and then I saw on some Instagram posts and whatnot, like he accidentally on purpose kind of like broke his nose or something. He had some kind of minor surgery on his nose right after.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
So as for that little part at the end, I can't believe how many times they're gonna pull the sympathetic card or the sympathy card with him. Like the crowd doesn't like him, so the WWE creatives are trying to get the crowd to like him by, making him make people feel bad for him. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, but
it's happened too many times.
Yeah, but like, what other card are they gonna use? They shot all their bullets out with Roman Reigns. This is like the last one they gotta hang on to.
I don't know.
The triumphant hero against all odds doesn't work for Roman. It's like, he earned the spot, doesn't work. Being
a heel who comes out and beats up everybody, that'll work. It'll work, I'm telling you. He doesn't have to talk much. They kind of
sort of teased it for a little while when he beat up Triple H before the Rumble and whatever.
Yeah,
he was more vicious and he's like, by any means necessary, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can see the potential. Everybody's like, oh, man. That'd be so nice if he does the heel turn.
He's never raked somebody in the eyes or low blowed them. You notice how Dean Ambrose is the one who low blowed Brock Lesnar?
Well, yeah.
It set up their pay-per-view match, but they would never make Roman Reigns do something like that. I've never seen him do anything dirty. It's just terrible. And then when you see Seth Rollins, it's the complete opposite. And that's what I like about him. But here's a really interesting thing. So on social media, everybody is talking about how this was planned, that they beat him up to a bloody pulp and had his nose broken to make him have a little bit of time off, because the next places that they're going to are super big wrestling towns, and they were afraid that they're gonna boo him out of the arena.
Like it's gonna be that bad.
Yeah. So the WWE creatives, everybody's talking about it, how it was kind of on purpose. He's gonna have some time off now. Yeah. He broke his nose. He has some surgery.
How many weeks out is it till WrestleMania? Do you know?
I think it's 42 days or something.
42 days?
Yeah, 42 days. I think that's what Michael Cole was saying last night. So that's what everybody is saying. The next few towns they're going into are major wrestling towns. And they're afraid of him getting booed out of the arena.
So if they're that big of wrestling towns, they might boo him out of the arena when he's not even there. Yeah. He's going to do chants like, Roman sucks. Yeah. Like in the middle of like some popcorn match that nobody cares about. Because they can get pretty crazy, these wrestling towns.
That's true, because I'm not 100% sure about it. It's kind of speculation, but most of the people on Twitter, that's what they're like saying. And I don't know if it's true or not, but to me it makes a lot of sense.
Isn't that just gonna make it, isn't that just a telltale sign that it's gonna be a terrible main event for WrestleMania? If they have to dodge big wrestling cities. These same fans are gonna watch WrestleMania. They're still not gonna be happy.
Yeah, I'm really afraid.
You can only avoid it for so much.
I'm afraid for this main event. Like, what we have is the Brock Lesnar and the Dean Ambrose match. I feel like that could be one of the best matches of the year. Yeah, it has the potential to do that, right?
Yeah, and then Dean Ambrose takes like 40 German suplexes, comes back from 4.
Yeah, and then he like jumps off something onto like a table. I feel like all this type of stuff is possible.
Yeah.
And then, except you know how it's no disqualification. I seriously think someone's gonna come interrupt. or something.
It's the only way that I can see Dean winning, right?
That's the only way Dean can win.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Somebody needs to help him. It's impossible for him to get a clean pin otherwise.
Yeah. Otherwise, Brock Lesnar will just win.
Otherwise, it's like, it might be one of those matches where it's like, yeah, Dean has heart. He took 9,000 German suplexes and came back for more.
Yeah.
Go Dean.
And lost.
I guess.
So it's like, okay. And then you got the Shane McMahon match versus Undertaker. That's a big time match. Like, everyone's going to just want to see Shane McMahon enter. Like, they're not even...
But you think Shane can still go? You know how he was crazy when he was younger.
Yeah,
he would just jump through things, 5 tables.
There's already, so many memes about that. He's going to jump off, the top of the, podium.
But he's not a young guy anymore, man.
He's not. And neither is Triple H.
Neither is Undertaker.
Or Undertaker, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how they book that. To me, right now, my initial prediction is that they're going to make Undertaker let Shane McMahon win, which will make him kind of feud with the Authority.
I guess, but I don't know if they're trying to preserve Undertaker's WrestleMania legacy.
Yeah.
Or is it even preservable anymore? He already gave it back to the company by letting Brock beat him. So
as of right now, your initial prediction on who's going to walk out of WrestleMania with the WWE title?
Should I just say safe? Roman Reigns followed by the headlines, the worst WrestleMania main event in the history of WrestleMania.
But is that your intuition? Is that your gut feeling that that's going to happen? If you were to bet money on it.
Unless the creators do a huge swerve, because that's that's where they're leading us right now.
Because to me, my initial prediction, Roman Reigns is going to walk out with the title. Mm-hmm. To me, I feel like it's just inevitable. But I think Roman Reigns is going to have a little something to say about that. He's going to come in and actually make Roman Reigns win. The crowd is going to be like, what? No way.
What do you mean,
He's going to help Roman Reigns win.
Who's going to help Roman Reigns?
Seth Rollins.
Oh, you said Roman Reigns twice.
Oh, did I? Oh, whoops. Okay, Seth Rollins is going to come in and make Roman Reigns win. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
My initial prediction.
I think they're trying to give him that Daniel Bryan moment, It's like,
oh my god.
Through all that adversity,
please.
You had your WrestleMania moment. It was crazy. The crowd loved it. And while the crowd's like, boo!
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Because he's just not over the way Daniel Bryan was.
When he won, man, that was epic. I didn't like Daniel Bryan either. Yeah, but I didn't hate him.
Roman but the
Reigns.
Moment actually made sense for the in terms of what the crowd wants and how the universe would react to it, right?
If I met Roman Reigns in person, man, I would honestly tell him to become a heel.
Yeah?
I'd be like, it'll benefit your career if you become a bad guy.
He's you don't get it, man.
Yeah.
The money's in the t-shirt sales for kids.
No, maybe he told Vince McMahon he wants to be a heel, but they're like, no, we invested too much money in you. We can't do it right now.
Vince is like, think about the children and the t-shirts.
Think about...
That's what they care about, right?
Yeah.
T-shirt sales and Make-A-Wish Foundation.
He's like, think about my children and my grandchildren. And they need more money off you. So, I don't know. As of right now, I'm liking how they're booking WrestleMania so far.
Yep.
The main event was the first match we knew was legit. And that's the last match that I'm looking forward to.
So is there any matches that you want to see? Because they haven't announced all the matches.
That's a tough one. I kind of want to see AJ Styles versus somebody like Kevin Owens for the IC title,
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, to me, that's what I think may happen. AJ Styles win the IC title against Kevin Owens. But as for matches that I would like to see right now, I don't know.
You think it's going to be AJ and Jericho 5?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna switch it up.
They're very technical in ring.
AJ versus
it's
Kevin
something
Owens.
else to see. They're very crisp.
Yeah, they're very similar. Their size and
similar, and accolades are pretty similar. Except for in Fastlane, he almost broke AJ's neck 4 times.
Yeah.
Just flailing him. I was like, oh Jesus.
Brock Lesnar almost broke I think Dean Ambrose's neck a few times as well with those.
That's every pay-per-view. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, he's really tossing these guys with no regard.
There was this one time I think he literally landed on his head, Dean Ambrose, and even Michael Cole even said it.
Yeah,
he landed right on his head,
square on his head,
and he did. He landed on his head.
Yeah. Then the other one where he Germaned Roman and Dean at the same time.
Oh yeah,
that's a pretty bad landing. Too.
Yeah, it looked like Roman Reigns might have hurted the back of his head as well at that time. So. A lot of stuff going on. I'm kind of excited for WrestleMania just because of Shane McMahon. Mm-hmm. Epic intro to a Raw. That beginning was way better than the entire Fastlane pay-per-view combined. No doubt.
Yeah. What about Kurt Angle, U.S. champion WrestleMania?
I don't know, man. What I'm reading about him is like he has some serious like conditions. Yeah, like serious.
And
serious
I think he
stuff.
signed with Bellator or something very recently. So I think he's still bounded by contract.
Maybe CM Punk will come. I don't know. If he comes back, I'm gonna buy like whatever shirt he's got. So best in the world.
No, but he has to do his UFC fight.
Oh yeah, he does.
Like sometime in this year, apparently.
Yeah. No, man. I think CM Punk would be epic. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna lose in MMA and come back to WWE.
Wait, so is The Rock? Is he like the mediator of Wrestlemania, or is he gonna be in a Wrestlemania?
No. I think he's the host. You know, it's like how Ellen DeGeneres was the host of like the Oscars or whatever.
Oh,
I think it's like that. So there's gonna be plenty of scenes with him in the back or in the front, just
cool, I guess.
Talking. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes, but. You know, that's WBR. We had a lot to talk about today. We'll see what happens in the future. Like, SmackDown's coming up. Raw next week.
We'll see if you're right about the Roman thing. We'll see where he is in the next Raw. How the crowd reacts.
Oh, man. If they start booing him, even though he's not there.
I love it.
Wow. That would be awesome. Yeah, so that's WBR, guys. Signing off.
Peace.